Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu ballerini tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Balla, non pensiamoci, balla, divertiamoci, balla, sorridiamoci, balla, e diciamoci basta. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, qualcosa vuoi dimenticare, tu balli e non ti stanchi mai, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, tu sei diversa e non lo sai, tu ballerini tra di noi, ma sono tristi gli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me. Ho messo gli occhi su di te, per una storia che non so, che vuoi nascondere ma che sta tutta là negli occhi tuoi, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me, è come sei, somigli un po' a me.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Starfury for our latest Facebook Live event. And tonight's update is going to be a little different from our usual updates that we've done in the past, because tonight we're not going to be talking about any of our other events. Instead, we're going to be talking exclusively about Crossroads 3 and giving you some details of the event, because after a 2-year hiatus, we're back. Yes, we haven't run an event since November 2019 when we did Miracle Day Returns. But this time next week, we'll be preparing for the opening ceremony at Crossroads 3, our supernatural event and our first event back after the pandemic. And to get all the supernatural fans in the mood and excited tonight, first we'll show the quick trailer. So there you go. That's Crossroads 3 taking place this time next week. We're only 7 days away from our first event back, and we're back with Supernatural. It's going to be a great weekend. We're going to have lots of fun. We've got a great guest lineup for the event. Now, unfortunately, we lost 4 guests. Unfortunately, Rachel Miner had to cancel, Jim Beaver, Lisa Berry, and Richard Spate Jr. If you purchased photo ops or meet and greets with any of them, you should have had a refund already on Rachel Miner and Jim Beaver, and we'll be processing the Lisa Berry and Richard Spate Jr. ones on Sunday. So you should have all your money back on those guests before the event. However, we have got 12 fantastic guests lined up for this event, starting with Castiel himself, Misha Collins. We've also got Mark Shepard. Wouldn't be a Supernatural event without him. Also joining us is Alexander Calvert. We have the matriarch of the Winchester clan, Samantha Smith. Also along will be Ruth Connell. We have Chuck, alias God, Rob Benedict. Recently added to the guest lineup is Jeffrey Vincent Paris. We have Death joining us, Julian Richings. Also along is Starfury favorite Keith Sarabaker. We have DJ Qualls, Ty Olson, and rounding out the lineup, we have one of the Wayward Sisters, Kat Ramdeen. So there you go. That's 12 fantastic guests we've got joining us at Crossroads 3 next week. There has been one slight change to the guest scheduling. Luckily, it's not a cancellation, so don't start panicking. However, Rob Benedict's just been cast in an acting job that's filming in Hawaii, and it's filming until the 23rd of September. But as soon as he finishes filming, he's jumping straight on a flight, and he's going to be arriving in Birmingham on the Friday evening. So Rob's still joining us, but it does mean he's not going to be there for the opening ceremony or for the meet and greet. He's now just going to be doing Saturday and Sunday, but he's not missing out on the event. He's still joining us. So now getting on to the event itself. Now, this is our first event back after the pandemic. So I felt it was important that we take steps to try and make the event as absolutely safe as possible. And so one of the first things that we're going to be doing is we're asking all attendees to show proof of having been fully vaccinated when they're at registration. Now, you can do this by either using your vaccine passport, and you can get one of those. It's on the NHS app. You just download the NHS app onto your phone. You enter your NHS number, and straight away you'll get the COVID passport. It'll bring up the details of your vaccinations, and you can turn that into a COVID passport, which we can use at registration. If, however, you didn't want to download that app onto your phone, or you don't have a mobile phone, you can request that the NHS send you a paper confirmation of being fully vaccinated. Or alternatively, when you have your vaccinations, you get given a blue card which gets stamped twice, one for each vaccination, and you can bring that along with you as well. Either of those 3 will be accepted. We will also accept COVID passports, international ones, as we've got some people coming from abroad. So we've got an international COVID passport that's acceptable as well. Now, we fully understand that not everybody can get a vaccine. Some people haven't had an appointment yet. Some people can't have one for medical reasons. So if you have not had you're not fully vaccinated against COVID-19, what you're going to have to do is have a COVID test within 24 hours of the event, your arrival at registration. And when you're at registration, you'll need to show proof of a negative COVID test. Now, if you go on our website, we have a link on the website to both downloading the NHS app And we also have a link to the NHS website where you can order COVID tests for free. You just go on the NHS website and they'll send you 7 days worth of COVID tests for free. Now, if you don't have the proof of vaccination or proof of a negative COVID test, when you arrive at the event, you will not get registration. You'll be refused entry and you won't be eligible for a refund. So if you turn up without them, you'll be sent away. So you'll have to go back home to get your COVID passport details, or go back home and take a flow test. But that's just to warn you about that in advance. Now, we're also requesting that attendees wear masks while at the event. Over the past few months, we've been getting used to doing that. It's like when I go to the supermarket, when I go to the shopping center, when I go to the theater or the cinema, I wear my mask. So it's something we've got used to. So I don't think it's going to be too much of an inconvenience for the duration of the event. We fully appreciate there are those who, for medical reasons or for other reasons, can't wear a mask. It's not mandatory, but we're asking you to do so. It makes the event safer and it's an act of respect for your fellow attendees. We're also going to be having hand sanitizer available throughout the event, and we're going to be asking people to make regular use of hand sanitizer to keep themselves clean. If you're allergic to hand sanitizer or hand sanitizer with alcohol, we appreciate there are people who may have some skin allergies. So if you're allergic, then bring a hand sanitizer with you that's one that agrees with you. And we've also requested that the hotel make regular deep cleans of function rooms before and after use. So we've been making some steps to make sure that the event is as COVID safe as possible. There's a couple of steps that you can do as well. Got a couple of suggestions that you could do for when you're attending this event, and they're common sense things that you should do when attending any event, really. If you're going to the theatre or if you're attending another convention, of course, as I said, please wear a mask at all times. Bring some spare masks with you in case you lose your mask. We'll have some masks available at registration, but bring some spares just in case. It also is common sense to take some vitamin supplements to try and get your immune system as strong as possible. I've been doing it for the past year. Vitamin D has been, studies show that it's very good for building up resistance against COVID-19. Zinc supplements are very good for building up resistance against viruses in general. Vitamin C supplements are good for just building up your general health and resistance. I've been taking those for the past year. It's common sense to do. So that's something you should maybe do before attending the event and during it. While at the event, during the event, in the morning when you get up and at night when you go to bed, you should take a shower when you get up and a shower when you go to bed. It's the best thing to do to get the germs off you, keep yourself clean, make sure to use some deodorant, get the dirt off you. You should bring your own, although we will have hand sanitizer available throughout the venue, you should make sure that you bring your own hand sanitizer if possible as well, so that you can regularly sanitize your hands. The Hilton does a really good breakfast, so you should make sure you take advantage of that. If you're staying at the Hilton, make sure that when you're at events, it gets so busy and you're running from here and you're running from there. So make sure that you're properly nourished. Have a bottle of water or a fizzy drink or something with you throughout the day to keep yourself hydrated, maybe a protein bar or something like that. So you just keep yourself well throughout the day. I'd also suggest making sure having a clean change of clothes for each day of the event, maybe even 2 changes of clothes for each day. You know, wear something in the daytime, change into something different for the evening, just a clean change of clothes. And the other thing I would suggest is, normally at a convention, we're in the venue all weekend. We just stay indoors throughout the event. It'll be good for you to get out at points to get a bit of fresh air. I've put breaks in points in the schedule so people can go outside, get some fresh air during the weekend. Now, one thing, unfortunately, that I don't know if we can still do, I won't actually know till next Friday, unfortunately, is that we were going to implement a traffic light scheme for touch. And I had designed 3 badges for that, 1 green, 1 amber, and 1 red for attendees to wear. And we were going to give those out free over the weekend. I sent them off to the printers the last weekend of August. I said we needed them back by today at the very latest, so I've got them ready for next week to pack on the van. And I got a phone call from the printers yesterday saying they'd only just started to print them and their printer had broken down. So they're going to try and get them to the venue by next Friday, but I can't guarantee it. So that's one hiccup that unfortunately we've had, but hopefully they will arrive on time. So a green badge would be, I don't mind touching people. I'm happy to handshake. I'm happy to give hugs. And amber would be shoulder bumps only, and red would be please don't touch me. So I'm still working to get those badges, but unfortunately I can't guarantee it at this moment due to outside interference. So moving on to other factors of the event, just to let you know, when you're arriving at the event, if you're driving down, some of you will be taking bus or train. To let you know, on the train, they don't have the free shuttle service going on at the moment between the Hilton and the airport and the trains. But if you're driving down, what we've got the hotel to agree is they're going to now, for the weekend, give free parking to the hotel attendees. So if you want to get free parking, you go on this website, which is bhmparking.co.uk, and you select pre-book parking, and you enter your registration number, and then you enter this discount code. That gives you free parking. They don't have unlimited parking, so I would suggest that you do it now. If you do turn up and you haven't done it and there's a space, you'll still be able to get it for free, but this way you're guaranteeing, you ensure that you get a free space for the weekend. So take advantage of this now. So when you turn up at the event, registration's going to be starting at 12 noon on the Friday, and that's going to be taking place in the Warwick room. And when you go to registration, it's going to take place from 12 noon and it's going to stay open until 8 p.m. on the Friday. And you should have been emailed with your ticket a QR code. Now, you don't need to print up that QR code. Don't use the paper. Save a GROUT. You can just have it on your mobile phone. Just show that. If you don't have a mobile phone, then you will need to print it up. But you bring your QR code with you to registration. They scan that in, and then they'll be able to get your registration pack. You'll also have to have ready your proof of vaccination or your proof of a negative COVID test. So if you make sure you've got that all ready and prepared before you join the registration line, then that means we can get through you as quickly as possible. Now, as I said, that'll be taking place in the Warwick room of the Hilton Hotel. And at the registration, you'll be given a registration pack, and that's going to include your registration badge. And that's your badge for the weekend, which shows that you've bought a ticket, you're entitled to entry at the event, and that'll allow you to walk anywhere you want within reason in the convention grounds. And there's a lanyard to it. You just clip it somewhere that it can be seen, because when you're going into the main hall or for autographs or something, stewards will need to see it. Staff will need to see you wearing a badge, so you wear it somewhere where it's clearly visible. You'll also be given a convention program, which features all biographies of the guests attending. And if you haven't got anything to get signed, that's something you could use as an item to get the guests signed during the autograph session. You'll also get a copy of the event schedule, so you know what's going on, and you'll get an autograph card. Now, you have to keep that autograph card. Don't lose it, because that's proof that of autographs you haven't had. When you go through the autograph session, they'll tick you off on your autograph card, and you need to show it in order to get the autographs that you're due over the weekend. We'll also be giving out a poster to all attendees. So if you don't have anything to get signed, you'll be getting a program and a Supernatural poster. That's something you can get signed by the guests if you don't have anything for yourself. And as well as we've got these as well, this is a FPP2 mask. It's one of the best masks there is for keeping yourself safe from COVID or other viruses. It's generally used actually for when people are dealing with asbestos. These are really high quality masks, and I've bought one for every attendee. So when you arrive at the event, you'll be given one free FPP2 masks. So you'll be given one of those for free. You only get one because they ain't cheap. So, and I had to buy them for all the attendees. But we will also have a pile of medical masks available as well. So if you lose your mask over the weekend, you can go to registration and pick up a new mask. We'll only have a limited number, so try not to lose yours and bring some spares. But we will have some available for those who lose those over the weekend. So that's registration. It's going to be open from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. on the Friday. And then on the Saturday and Sunday, if you can't make it on the Saturday, registration will be opening again at 9 a.m. on the Saturday. So if you miss the Friday, you can still get in on the Saturday. And even if you miss the Friday and the Saturday, you could still turn up on the Sunday. Registration will be open from 9 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to stay open till about 5 p.m. Now, also on the Friday, the photo ticketing desk. Now that's going to be in the King Suite, and that's going to be open from 3:30 p.m. on the Friday. And if you pre-ordered photo ops with the guests at the event, you go to the King Suite, to the photo distribution desk, and there you'll be able to pick up your tickets for your photo ops for the weekend. Now you're going to have to bring your QR code again. It's a bit like with your ticket for the event. You have to have your QR code, and you show that to them, and they will then tick you off, and they will give you your tickets for the photo ops. Now, with the photo ops, we're not accepting cash. We're only doing photo ops by order over our website. Now, we were going to shut down the orders tonight, but I've been checking with Grotix, and I've been checking with Joe, who's head of photo sales, and we've worked it out so they'll be available to order on Grotix right up until each photo op starts. So you'll be, if there's a guest who you meet next Friday and you think they're a really cool guest, then you still have an opportunity to get a photo op with them right up until the start of their photo ops. Or you could use the money that you save from the car parking to get yourself a few extra photo ops as well. So we're extending the online photo sales on all the guests, provided they don't sell out until the start of each session. We did actually sell out of Alexander Calvert's solo photo ops, and we sold out of the Ruth and Mark duo photo sessions. So we did some rejigging, and we've put some more Alexander Calvert solos on sale, and we've managed to put a few more Ruth and Mark photo ops on sale. They're limited, but you still have the opportunity to get a few. And the photo ticketing desk, that's going to be open from 3:30 p.m. until 8 p.m. on the Friday, and then it will open up again at 9 a.m. on the Saturday and the Sunday. And on the Saturday and the Sunday, they're going to move into the Warwick room, which is where registration was on the Friday. Now, moving on to autographs. Autograph sales will also be open around the same time in the Warwick room. There you'll be able to purchase any autographs that you wanted to get from the guests. We always say to try and purchase your autographs there before the autograph session. That way you're not having to do any financial stuff in front of the guests or something. You just spend your time with the guests. You get all attendees get one free autograph on a personal item from one of the regular guests, and that can be an item you bring to the event itself, or you could use the convention program or the poster we give you. You can still purchase, if you wanted to get additional autographs from them, you can purchase additional autographs as well. Now, with the bonus guests, only the gold ticket holders get a free autograph from them. The regular ticket holders have to purchase an autograph if they want one. If the gold ticket holders want some additional autographs, they can purchase those as well. And there's no free autographs from the extra guests. You have to purchase those. And guests will be signing up to 3 items per person. And to give you an idea of the pricing and how the pricing is, on Misha Collins is an extra guest and his autograph is £40. Alexander Calver is an extra guest as well. His autograph will be £30. Rob Benedict is a bonus guest and he's at £20. Jeffrey Vincent Paris is also a bonus guest. He's at £20. Samantha Smith is a regular guest, and if you wanted to purchase an additional autograph, it's £15. Ruth Connell is also a regular guest, and to purchase an additional autograph is £15. An additional autograph from DJ Qualls is £15. It's also £15 on Ty Olson for an additional autograph. With Keith Sarabaika, for an additional autograph, it's £10. For Julian Richings, for an additional autograph, it's £10. And from Kat Randim, for an additional autograph, it's £10. Now, with photo and with autograph sales, it's cash only. So we can't take credit card on those. It's cash only on the autograph sales. And if you needed a 10x8, we can get one of those free with the autograph price. So that's how it's going to go on the Friday afternoon when you turn up at the event. Just to reiterate that, parking's free. Registration and autograph sales will be in the Warwick room, and that's going to start from 12 noon. And photo ticketing, that's going to be in the King's room to pick up your pre-orders on photo ops, and that's from 3:30 till 8 p.m. on the Friday. Also, if you wanted to, as with the photo ops, we've been able to extend the sale of the fan meet, so that doesn't close tonight. So you can still purchase a fan meet, and those sales will remain open until when the fan meets start. Again, we're not actually selling them at the event. You can purchase them online on Growtix. So if there's a guest whose guest talk you really enjoyed, who you thought was fun, and you suddenly thought you'd treat yourself to a fan meet with them, you just go on your mobile phone, go onto Growtix, and you'll be able to purchase a fan meet. So you don't have to queue up to do that anymore. Now, moving on to the weekend, the event itself. The main hall is going to open up at 7 p.m. on the Friday, and the main hall is in the Monarch Suite. And the event itself will kick off at 8 p.m. on the Friday with the opening ceremony. When we bring the guests on stage, there's a little map, gives you an idea of what you're looking for. But the opening ceremony is going to be at 8 p.m. on the Friday. Now, directly after the opening ceremony, the opening ceremony will take about 20 to 30 minutes to run. It's quick, but it's fun. It'll get you all excited for the weekend. Now, for regular ticket holders in the main hall, in the Monarch Suite, we're going to be having a disco. But for all the gold ticket holders, we're going to be having a meet and greet reception, and that's going to be held in the King's Suite, and that's Friday evening. And there you go. Thanks, Joe. That's the list of what's going on the Friday. So moving on to the Saturday. On the Saturday, we have photo ops in the morning, and basically we do photo ops in the morning, autograph sessions and guest talks in the afternoon. So that's the Saturday schedule as it's looking. Now, the photo ops, 9 a.m. It's going to start at 9 a.m. And at 9 a.m., we've got Rob Benedict and Julian Richings and DJ Quiles and Ty Olson. At 9:30, we'll have Samantha Smith and Alexander Calvert. At 10 a.m., Ruth Connell and Mark Shepherd, Misha Collins and Alexander Calvert. At 10:30 a.m., Catherine Ramdeen. And at 11 a.m., Jeffrey Vincent Paris and Keith Sarabaika. Now, the photo ops will be taking place in the King's Suite. So you just go there. We're going to be splitting the photo ops into 3 groups. So you go to the King's Suite. If you've got photo ops that clash, don't worry. We're going to make sure you get all the photo ops you want and have paid for. So if you've got one photo op going on one section of the King's Room and another photo op going on the opposite end, you simply speak to the staff, you join the queue that's shortest. We will be having the staff let people know when certain photo ops are coming to an end so you can move across to the ones you need. We will hold guests until everybody's through. So basically we will, even though we have photo sessions going on concurrently at the same time, we will make sure that all attendees get their photo ops. During the photo ops, now we've said about masks being mandatory. Now, during the photo ops, masks aren't mandatory, but we're asking you to wear masks. Now, during the photo ops, we would ask if you can to wear your mask during the queue, but of course, you don't wear them in the photo op itself. You don't have a photo op with a mask on. So you'd go in, have your photo, and come out. We're not using plexiglass or anything like that, but we are going to be operating a no-touch policy with the guests. We're going to be having a sign up with a variety of fun possible poses for you and the guests to do, which don't involve touch. I'm not sure I should say this because it isn't confirmed yet. I'm still in negotiations for this, but there's one Impala in the UK, and I'm currently talking to the owners to try and get it for Crossroads 3. And the idea would be in some of the photo ops to have the Impala in the photo with you and the guests as a prop. So it would make, even though there's no touch, it would make a really exciting photo op. So that's what I'm trying to do at the moment. I'm still waiting for them. We kind of like negotiated everything through. I'm still waiting on confirmation of that. I'll keep you updated, but I'm trying to get an Impala for the photo ops. I will, however, confirm we're not using plexiglass. We're not using face masks. There'll be no plexiglass there. The guests won't be using face masks, but we will be having a no touch policy. We have to do that to keep it safe. And we'll try and keep them fun, even though we do have these constraints. But, you know, those are a couple of ideas for doing photo ops without touch, which is still a lot of fun. Now, after the photo ops, there's the schedule again. Bring up the schedule for myself. I put it down. After the photo ops, we have in the afternoon, we have the autograph sessions and the guest talks. Now, given that we've got 12 guests, it's a lot to get through. So the autograph sessions and the guest talks are going to be running concurrently. Now, the autograph sessions will be held in the Monarch Room, and the autograph sessions will be held in the King's Room, and the guest talks will be held in the Monarch Room. And what will happen is when you're watching your guest talks, on the screen, we'll be calling attendees up in batches based on your registration number. So what we'll have is we've got a big screen with the guest talks projected up that as you're watching the guest talks, and we will also put on there the numbers we're calling for autographs. So when you know numbers called, you pop out of the guest talk and you go and you get your autographs, and then you come back to watch the guest talk. You'll probably get half the guests one day and half the guests the second day. If, however, you're only there for one day, make sure you let the staff know, so then we can work you in to try and get your autographs in the one day, or as many autographs as we can get you. And the way the schedule is going to go, the first guest talk, and that's at 12 noon on the Saturday, is going to be Jeffrey Vincent Paris and Rob Benedict together. Then at 1 o'clock, we have Alexander Calver and Misha Collins on stage together. That's going to be a popular one. At 2 o'clock, we have Mark Shepherd and Ruth Connell. That'll be a very fun talk as well. At 3 o'clock on stage, we have Julian Richings and Keith Sarabica. At 4 o'clock, we got DJ Qualls and Ty Olson. And at 5 o'clock, we've got Catherine Ramdeen and Samantha Smith on stage together. And the way I've also done it is I've tried to keep the bonus and extra guests in one group and the regular guests in another. So if you weren't wanting to get any of the guests you have to pay extra for, then you can miss that. The only regular guest who's with the bonus and the extra guest is going to be Ruth Connell. But I've kind of like divided it up that way to make it a bit more easy for you. Now, after that, in the evening, we're going to be having the main hall will open at 7:30 in the evening for our evening activities. We're going to do a quick screening. Keith Sarabica's son has produced a short movie, which he's bringing along to screen. We'll be screening it around then. I might be making an announcement about Crossroads for around then, and then we'll be having the costume competition, and that's going to go on from 8 till 8:30. And then at 9 o'clock, we have our disco that goes on until 2 in the morning. So that's how the schedule is looking at the moment for the Saturday. Now, moving on to the Sunday, is basically follows a very, very similar format to how the Saturday went. We have the photo ops in the morning. So if there's any guests you wanted photo ops with at the event and you didn't get them on the Saturday, then you have the opportunity to go through on the Sunday. And also, if there's any guests who you thought they're really cool and you hadn't purchased a photo op with them and you suddenly wanted to do so, again, maybe using money that you'd save from the car parking, then you'd still be able to buy a photo op with them on the Sunday, right up until the point when that photo op was starting. And the photo ops will be taking place from 9 o'clock on the Sunday morning. Photo ops will be printed as quickly as possible. We're printing them on site, and we'll have the distribution of the photo ops going on throughout the day at the Warwick on the Saturday and the Sunday. You'll be given a ticket in the photo op session, and you have to bring that with you to show that you haven't picked up that photo, and you'll be able to pick up your photos. They're printed that day. It's open until 4 p.m. that day. We try to get them printed as quickly as possible because we know some people would like to take them through for the autographs or something like that, but they will be available for you to pick up that weekend. So once we finished the photo sessions, we move straight into the other activities. And again, for the Sunday, we got the autographs and the guest talks taking place throughout the afternoon. The main hall will open at 11 o'clock, and at 12 o'clock in the Monarch, we'll start the question and answer sessions, the guest talks, while in the Kings, we'll have the autographs going on. Now, I've spaced it out a bit more on the Sunday. I thought to give some people some breaks so they could go outside and get a bit of fresh air. And so everything isn't quite as crazy as it sometimes can be. So at 12 noon, we start with the first guest talk, and that's going to be DJ Qualls, Catherine Ramdeen and Ty Olson on stage together. At the end of that talk, there's going to be a half-hour break. And then at 1:30, we have Julian Richings, Keith Sarabica, and Samantha Smith on stage together. At 3 o'clock, we've got Alexander Calvert, Jeffrey Vincent Paris, and Rob Benedict on stage together. And then at 4:30, I thought we got to go out with a bang for the event. And I thought this would make a really great guest talk, putting on stage together Misha Collins, Mark Shepherd, and Ruth Connell. I think that's going to be a really great combination for a final talk over the weekend. I think that'll be a lot of fun. And then at 6:30, we'll have the closing ceremony. So the 6:30 will be for the closing ceremony. It'll probably run about 20 minutes, 30 minutes at tops. It's just saying our farewells to you, bringing the event to an end, saying our farewells to the guests. So if you have to leave on the Sunday night, now you know when you got to go. But if you're sticking around, we have one final party. The theme of that one's Don't Fear the Reaper, and that'll be taking place Sunday night as we bring Crossroads 3 to an end. Now, also to let you know, over the weekend, the Hilton will be having street food available. So if you wanted a cheap but still quality option for food, the Hilton will be having street food available. If you've been to our events before, you know what it is, but it's kind of like they have stalls with pasta and burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that available. They do it at a very, very reasonable price, and they'll be having a lunch menu throughout the afternoon and a dinner menu in the evening. So that's an opportunity for you to get food at a very reasonable price over the course of the weekend. And that kind of like brings us to the end for Crossroads 3 of what we got planned. We will also, over the course of Crossroads 3, what's going to happen to on the Friday morning is we're going to be emailing all attendees, well, all ticket holders, the link to purchase tickets for Crossroads 4. Basically what we're doing, we don't normally do this, but as a thank you to all the Supernatural fans who've stuck by this event during the COVID pandemic, we're giving them first option, first crack of the whip to purchase the tickets for Crossroads 4. And they'll go on sale Friday morning. You'll receive an email, and that'll have a link which is exclusive to you guys to purchase your tickets. And we'll also send you the link for the hotel rooms as well. So you'll also be able to book your hotel rooms. And for those of you who aren't attending Crossroads 3 and didn't have a ticket for it, but you want to attend Crossroads 4, they'll go on sale on our website from the Monday morning. So it's just 7 days to go now. Not long. Flights are booked. Everything's sorted. Well, nearly everything. I've still got quite a bit of work to do. I blocked off some space tomorrow. My local cinema's doing a screening of Alien and Aliens, and I'm not missing out on that. But otherwise, I'm pretty much sorted for this event. It's been 2 years. I literally cannot wait myself to see everybody. We've got some absolutely great guests coming to this, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you all at it. We'll probably, I don't know for sure, but we'll probably have a Facebook Live the week after. I've got some new guests for Survival, some new guests for Ultimate Crisis, but we don't really have time to discuss those tonight. But other than that, those of you who are coming to Crossroads 3, I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. I've missed you all, and I can't wait to hang out. And for those of you who aren't coming, well, hopefully I'll see you at a Starfury event soon. It's been too long, but other than that, I've still got to get back to work, got to get this event ready. I've got 7 days to get everything set, so wish me luck, but I'll see you all next Friday. Thank you and good night.